line for BFA. As I mentioned, John Benoit and Bob Murray will be the two defensemen for BFA. And both teams are out on the ice now. We'll be ready to start the hockey game in just a moment. As always in high school, 3 15-minute periods. And here's the drop of the puck, and it comes back to the point, Benoit. Benoit for BFA just fires it. That's going to be icing immediately, called against Bellows Free Academy, and that'll move the faceoff back in their zone, left side of goaltender Todd Winter.
I'll tell you one thing, I just noticed this now, and as soon as he shot that puck, the puck is moving a lot faster tonight than it did down in Malone. The puck did not move very fast down in Malone the other night.
No, it sure did.
The ice a little bit rough.
Faceoff will be left side in the BFA zone. Todd Tayo takes the draw for Massena. Back to Levine. Levine dumps it in the corner, left side of the goaltender. It's picked up by the defenseman, John Benoit. Clears around the boards. Bob Hart trying to do some forechecking there. The puck slides free, and it's cleared down the center ice and picked up by Jeff Nichols. Nichols trying to feed it ahead, and offsides will be called against BFA. That'll move the faceoff outside. You're listening to Massena Red Raider Hockey on 1340 radio, WMSA, Massena, New York. Second line for BFA comes out now. Kirk Jean centering Jim Hall and Roger Beauregard. And it'll be the Putter Canarium line out for the Massena Red Raiders. Off the face-off, John Ratty now down the right wing side. He brings it in the zone, offsides. Tad Ward is the other wing on that line with Canarium and Ratty. Manley and Sidden are out playing the points, and for BFA, Vernon Boomhover and David Jackson will be the two defensemen. Off the draw, the puck to Sidden at the red line. He just fires it into the BFA zone. Back to try and pick it up is Jackson, the defenseman. He's taken out of the play. The puck slides free right in front. Ratty trying to pick it up. Now back to the point. Here's Manley's shot through a screen. It's gloved by Winter. He holds on for the face-off, and we've yet to play a minute. So far, a lot of whistles in this first period.
A lot of whistles. A couple offside, icing, caught the puck, face-off in the Bellows end. No score.
Canarium trying to center it through. Is trying to go to Ward. The puck slides free. Comes back to the blue line out to center ice. Puck back to the Massena zone. Tommy Sidden with it for the Red Raiders. Sidden feeding it ahead for Ward on the left wing. Ward to Canarium off his stick into the zone of BFA. They cleared back to center ice. Picked up by Canarium. Brings it right back in. Canarium in on the right wing side. Stops in the face-off circle. Tries to center it. That pass is intercepted by Boomhover. And he clears it back to the point. Ratty keeps it in. His shot deflected. Save. The rebound goes just wide as that went off the leg of Putter Canarium. And now BFA clears it down the ice, but icing has been waved off as Tommy Sidden comes back for it. He circles behind his own cage. Sidden with a puck now. Starts to move it out. Being forechecked. Now he manages to clear it ahead. And it goes to David Romeo, who's out there with Loran now. And we're waiting for the other wing to come on. Now the puck headman. It goes to Perry. Perry fires it into the Massena zone. Back is Loran for the Red Raiders. Ahead it goes to Andy Thomas, who's the other winger. The goaltender way out of the net, and he tried to fire it. Went off Thomas's leg right back into the goaltender Winner's glove, and he holds on for another face-off with 13:10 left in the period. No score. Loran will take the face-off against Leon Boudreau. Off the draw, the puck into the corner. Picked up and kept in by Quenville. Ahead it goes to Romeo. Romeo trying to feed it into the corner. Poke checked away from him. Kept in by Big Hurlbut at the point. Hurlbut just centers the puck. It comes free, and it's still in the zone of BFA. Now racing back to pick it up is Boudreau. Tries to feed it ahead. Hurlbut keeps it in at the left point. He's just going to dump it to an open wing in the corner. Racing back for it there is Murray, the defenseman. Murray tries to clear it ahead. The puck slides free. It comes to Boudreau. We have a whistle. And what is that, a hand pass?
I think it's a hand pass. Referee Frank, I think, called a hand pass on Bellows Academy, so the face-off will be in the Bellows Academy end where the hand pass occurred. 12:37 to go in the first period, and there's no score.
Todd Tile line right back out there for the Raiders against Steve Boudreau's line. First line against first line here off the draw. It's Hart trying to slide it into the corner. It goes up over the glass and into the stands, and the faceoff will come outside the BFA zone. 12:33 left to play, first period, no score. in the hockey game. Todd Tyo will take the faceoff against Steve Boudreau. Off the draw, the puck back inside the zone, picked up by Boomhover. He tries to get it out. Massena trying to put some pressure on. Finally, Boomhover clears it ahead, and it goes to Manley. Manley to Peter Levine. Levine has it poke-checked away from him. Back to pick it up is Jackson. Jackson to Boomhover. Off the boards, and right back into the BFA zone. Delay offsides is called. There's the whistle as Massena touched the puck inside the BFA zone, and the faceoff will be just outside. So far, nobody really getting any good chances.
No scoring chances. No saves at all for Dave DeRushy. I've got Todd Winter down for a couple saves.
Face-off just outside the zone. Same participants. Off the draw, Tile fires it in. It goes side of the net, slid around by Winter. Winter trying to get it to his defenseman, Boomhoven. He's taken out of the play. Bob Hart with the puck now. Hart trying to clear it ahead. It's intercepted. Nichols and the whistle, and we're going to have our first penalty, I think, of the ball game. Yeah, it's going to be a tripping call, and it's going to go against Ducalon. Toby Ducalon gets the first penalty of the game, and tripping is the call, and Massena will go on the power play. Face-off will be just outside the BFA zone. And let's see here. We're going to have Big Mike Hurlbut back in his custom spot on the right wing.
All right, on that power play.
Levine will be centering, and Todd Tyo will be on the other wing. Here's Hurlbut trying to clear it. Back to the point. Where is it? Still in the corner. They're fighting for it in the BFA zone. They tie it up there. Hurlbut tying it up along with John Benoit. And they're going to move the face-off outside.
They say Massena caused the face-off, so they'll bring it outside the Bellows Academy blue line.
Jimmy Hall out there to try to kill it off. And the puck fired all the way back into the Massena zone. Scott Manley with it for the Raiders as they start to move it out. Here comes Manley, head man to Tom Sidden. Sidden trying to bang it off the boards. It goes to Hurl, but he circles back to the red line. Now over on the other side to Manley. Manley to Tyo. Tyo takes in the corner, has it stolen away, and it's cleared back to center ice. Tom Sidden with it. So far, nothing for the Red Raiders on the power play. Now to Hurlbut. Hurlbut takes it in on the right wing side, trying to leave it for Levine. It's cleared back down the length of the ice, and I guess we don't have the penalty clock working tonight. I just looked up there, and there's no times on the board.
It's not up there. No.
Okay. Now, long left wing pass for Tyo across the red line, across the blue line, into the BFA zone. Tries to get through. The puck does. He doesn't. And back to pick it up is Benoit. Trying to clear it around the boards. The puck bounces right in front of the net. And Levine back to the point. Sidden wides. His shot is knocked down by a defenseman. It goes into the corner. Levine after it. He's taken out of the play. Sidden comes in to help out. It's poke check free. Comes back to Levine. Back to the point. Big Hurlbut. He fakes the shot. Goes over on the other side. Manley shot. Knocked down by a sprawling Steve Boudreau. Nice play there. He can't clear it, however. Puck comes free in the slot area, and it's cleared to center ice. As so far, BFA doing a good job killing off this penalty.
Killing a penalty.
And it is up. It is up. Now Hurlbut just fires it, and Massena's going to make a change as the puck back in the zone. Bobby Murray with it. Murray clears it back to center ice, and O'Connell comes back for. Now it's Ratty picking it up. Ratty ahead to Canarium as that line is out there for the Red Raiders. Here comes Putter across the blue line into the zone of BFA. He just dumps it into the corner, goes after it himself. Puck slides free, picked up by Tad Ward, trying to center it right in front. Here's a chance for Ratty. Here's a puck sitting right in front. Where is it? It's cleared aside.
He couldn't get
the goaltender was out of the play.
Oh, the goaltender was out of the play. Penalty on the goaltender.
He was way out.
That puck was behind the goal. I mean, the goalie was way out of there. The puck sat just inside the crease. It was, I think, all three were in there. Ward was in there, Canarium, and Ratty, and they couldn't get their puck or the stick on the puck to put it in. But a penalty has been called on the goaltender. Somebody on the ice will serve the penalty. So Massena again will have a power play. Number 10.
Leon Boudreau will serve the penalty.
Serve it, but it's on. I'm not sure what he.
Normally, it's
roughing. I'm not even sure what he called on that.
Normally, when they call a penalty on the goaltender, it's slashing, but could be roughing. So another power play from Massena right off the bat here, as Canarium stays out there with Tad Ward and John Ratty. Quenville and O'Connell will be the 2-point men for the Massena Red Raiders. Off the face-off, it's dumped down the length of the ice by Bobby Murray, defenseman for the Bob Whites. Now O'Connell with it, having a bit of trouble behind the net as he's being forechecked, and he has to tie it up in the back of the mesh, which will force a face-off in the Red Raider zone. 9:48 left to play here. Period number 1. As of yet, no score in the hockey game. Now the Raiders send back out their power play unit. It'll be Tayo, Levine. Oh, wait a minute here. Let's see who they send out there. Yeah, Tayo's out there along with Levine and Hurlbut. And Manley and Sidden will be the 2-point men.
Their regular power play.
Okay. Duquelan will be out there to try to kill it off. Off the face-off. Here come the Red Raiders. It's Tayo breaking out of the zone left side. Into the BFA zone. It's Tayo. Stops about halfway in, right side of the goaltender. Back to the point it goes. Manley to Sidden now on the right point. Sidden starts to move it in. Takes it into the corner. Dumps it back to the point. It's Hurlbut. Hurlbut back to Sidden. Sidden trying to slide it through. Levine's a shot. The save. The rebound. Another save. Back to the point. Manley shot. Doesn't get through. The puck poke checked into the corner by Nichols. Now the puck slides free. It's Murray with it. He tries to feed it out. Can't get it out of the zone. Here's Hurlbut. His shot is knocked down in front. Now the puck cleared along the boards. And it's tied up in the corner. Back to the point. It's Hurlbut. Hurlbut winds the shot just wide. In fact, it may have hit the goalpost. Now the puck free behind the net. Sidden after it. He can't come up with it. Cleared around the boards. Racing for it is Duquelan. He finds the leverage and dumps it down the length of the ice. So Massena with a couple of chances.
Putting good pressure on the Bellows.
Now here come the Raiders again. It's Hurlbut at his own blue line. Long left wing pass for Peter Levine. Levine takes it in the zone. Try to feed it through to Tayo. Jumps over his stick. Levine follows it into the corner, right side of the goaltender. Now he dumps it behind the net. After it is Tayo. Tayo still has it. Brings it around the boards out left side of the goaltender. He is tied up in the corner. We have a whistle, and there will be a face-off in the Bellows zone as we're down to 1 second in the penalty. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left, first period.
Massena doing a lot better on the second power play. In the first power play, they didn't have any shots on net. This time they kept the puck in the Bellows Academy zone. They're moving the puck pretty well, Jerry, and had some pretty good chances, but Wenner come up with a couple good saves.
Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Todd Wenner. It'll be the Scotty Loran line out there. Off the draw. It's Murray trying to clear it out. Quenneville keeps it in, fires it back into the corner. Racing for it there is Murray again around the boards, down the length of the ice, and icing has been waved off. Apparently somebody touched it.
Massena man touched it
on the way
line,
through.
Right.
Mike Quenneville picks it up, starts out. Headman pass too far for everybody, and it goes all the way back down the ice. That is going to be called icing against the Massena Red Raiders. So that'll move the face-off back in the Massena zone with 8 minutes and 9 seconds left to go first period. Still no score in our hockey game.
Bellows is a good skating outfit, Jerry. Everybody that I've noticed on the ice is, pretty good skater. They look like a halfway decent team out there.
It'll be the Kirk Jean line out there. Jean out with Jimmy Hall and Roger Beauregard. And it'll be the Putter Canarium line out for Massena. Now they're going to have a change as Leon Bourdreau's line comes out there for Bellows. Bourdreau, Perry, and Villeneuve. Off the draw. Here's Tad Ward trying to get it out of his own zone. He gets it to center ice and attempts to dump it, but offsides will be called as his puck went over, or his stick went over the puck, and as a result, his two other forwards were in the zone before the puck was.
Yeah, just a second too late.
Face-off outside Bellows zone. Off the face-off, puck back to the Massena blue line. O'Connell feeds it over to Quenneville. Quenneville looking to headman it to Tad Ward ahead. Here's Canarium. Canarium across the blue line, or he gets across. The puck doesn't. It's back at center ice. Ward picks it up and dumps it right back into the zone. Stopped behind the net by Wenner. Puck cleared around the boards as Bellows tries to get something going. Back behind the net, it's David Jackson, the defenseman. Jackson. Along the boards it goes to Perry. Perry loses to Quenneville. Quenneville, who's pinched way in, tries to slide it in front of the net. The goaltender gets the big stick on it, and he's going to dive on top of the puck as it got away from him for a second. He holds on. Face-off will be in the Bellows zone with 7:27 left to go, about halfway through the first period.
He was almost out of his area when he covered that puck.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what they were out. A couple of senior players were saying to the referee, "Hey, he's out of his." He's out of his area, but he sort of slid out, I think.
How can they? Where are the marks?
The marks are the circles. In other words, you take that rectangle from these face-off circles back to the boards. Between the face-off circles and back to the boards. That big rectangle.
Right in the middle of the circle.
He cannot go outside of there. That is, and do anything with the puck.
I think probably that he went down before he went out.
He slid out.
And slid out.
I think
okay.
that's what the referee said.
All righty. Off the face-off, the puck deep in the corner, Bellows zone. Cleared around the boards. It comes to Bobby Murray. Murray just dumps it to center ice. Puck slides free. Hart will try to pick it up for Massena into the zone on the off wing. Hart has it. He's still got it. Centering to Tayo. Tayo tries to get the shot through knockdown. Hart follows. Fires it just wide. Good chance there from Massena. Now Levine picks it up. Back to the point. Here's a shot. Doesn't get through. The rebound right side of the net. Good chance for Massena. It comes to Tayo. He can't get the shot off. Now he follows it into the corner. He's still got it. Todd Tayo trying to dump it in front of the net. He can't. The puck comes right back to him, though. And finally, it's picked up by Boudreau. Boudreau, the head man. And still a lot of Massena pressure. Hart centering right in front. Sidden can't get the shot. Levine tries to come up with it. And it goes off a leg and right on net. But not a shot. Todd Winter will cover up and we'll have a face-off.
That puck was all around the net that time, Jerry, but they just couldn't get the good shot. That the line of Levine, Tayo, and Hart keeping the puck in and around the net and so on and back of the net, but not really getting the good shot. Winter finally pounced on the puck, causing a face-off in his own end. No score in the first period.
Off the draw. The puck to Quenneville at the point. He makes a nice move to keep it in and fire it into the corner. David Jackson picks it up. Ahead it goes to Beauregard. Beauregard down the right wing side. He feeds Kirk Jean. Here comes Jean. Jean trying to center. There's a backhand shot instead, and he fired it wide. We have a penalty call. It's going to go against the Red Raiders, so we'll get to see. It's going to be an interference call against Massena. We'll get to see a power play unit for Bellows Free. And that's going to go against David Romeo for interference. So Massena picks up their first penalty of the ball game. And the faceoff will be just inside the Massena zone as Putter Canarium will come out to try and kill this one off, along with Tad Ward, Mike Hurlbut, and Mike Quenneville. And we're going to see Beauregard centering, and he'll be centering Nichols, and we'll pick up the other forward in just a moment. Nichols trying to pick it up in the corner. He and Hurlbut go together, and Big Mike has, what, about a foot on him?
At least. At least.
He is one of the smaller players on this Bellows team. Now we're going to have a change, as stepping out on the ice will be Villeneuve.
Okay, and Duquelan is coming out. I wonder why they wouldn't have that power play without Duquelan, but I think this is the regular power play out here probably now. First time we had a chance to see the Bellows Academy power play.
Duquelan will be playing a point.
All right.
And the other point will be Bob Murray. And Jimmy Hall's the other winger. Off the draw, it comes to Scotty Manley. Manley behind his own net, looking to find a hole, and he clears it ahead. Does he get it to center ice? No, he doesn't. It's kept in. Nice play made there by Bellows. Now Scott Manley has it behind his own net. Manley, right side of the net, tries to clear it. He gets it out and down the length of the ice. Racing back forward is Bob Murray for Bellows Free Academy. Murray clears it along the boards. It comes all the way back to Steve Boudreau. Boudreau poke checked away from him by Manley at the blue line of Rome Free. They bring it back into the Massena zone. Trying to pick it up there is Steve Boudreau. And he and Ward tied up in the corner. Now Ward pokes it free. Comes back to the point. It's kept in there. Now it goes to Duquelan. His shot through a screen just wide. The rebound goes in the net. And that will be David Villeneuve.
Number 8 scores. The assist is going to go to Duquelan. Duquelan took the shot. The save was made. Went off to the side where Villeneuve was right there and put it behind Dave DeRushy. Bellows Academy goes ahead by a score of 1-0 on a power play.
So BFA draws first blood on the power play here in the first period. And the Massena Red Raiders are in a position they haven't been in too often this year. They're behind. Although we saw that the other night, they came back quickly. So, it is 1-0. BFA, 5:20 left to go in the first period. 9 minutes and 40 seconds, the time of that goal. Here's Levine taking a shot. It's knocked down at the blue line, but it's still in by Sidden. Sidden now trying to feed it ahead. Tayo's shot goes just wide all the way around the boards. Kept in by Manley. He fires one, deflected right in the slot area. A shot by Tayo, the rebound, and Todd Winter covers up. So Massena trying to put some pressure on right off the bat here after that goal. And with 5:02 left, it's BFA leading the Red Raiders 1-0.
That was only the second shot. The shot from Duquelan was the first save that DeRushy has made in this period. And the second one went in. The rebound went in.
So they're 1 for 2.
Right, they're 1 for 2.
Face off. It'll be Kirk Jean out there drawing. It goes back to Sidden off the face-off. The shot, the save, Levine's rebound, another save. Nice save. Todd Wenner with a couple of acrobatic saves there.
Two good saves. Tommy Sidden took a good slap shot from the right-hand point. Wenner made the save. The puck came out to Levine. Levine took a shot. Wenner again made the save, covered up, forcing the face-off in the Bellows Academy end.
It'll be Todd Tayo taking the face-off again. Now they're going to make a change as Steve Boudreau's line comes back out for BFA. And apparently Coach Red Gendron is trying to match lines here a little bit. Face-off right side. Here's Manley tried to get the shot off. He kind of misfired. And racing down is Toby Ducalon, one-on-one with Sidden. Sidden tries to knock him down. Ducalon slides it right on. And we're going to have a holding call on Tom Sidden. And I'll tell you, that Ducalon put on a burst of speed, and Sidden had to hold him.
He did, that's right. I'll tell you, he's a lanky player out there. And he was going around Sidden. As he went around, Tommy Sidden sort of grabbed him a little bit. If he hadn't have he'd have gotten around him. That could be called a good penalty. I can see this Ducalon. He's a good hockey player. That's the first time we've really seen him, go down the ice on his own, Jerry.
Put on quite a burst of speed, didn't he? Okay, it'll be Steve Boudreau centering the power play unit. And let's see, David Villeneuve will be on the left wing, and on the other wing it's going to be Jimmy Hall. Ducalon will be playing the point back there along with Bob Murray. Murray has it. Now it goes back to him at the point. Murray's trying to take the shot. Putter Canarium blocks it, comes to center ice, and Ducalon back for it. Ducalon had a little trouble with it at his own blue line. Feeds it to Murray. Back to Ducalon. Ducalon to Murray. Murray just backhands it in the Massena zone. Mike Quenville, who's out there with Hurlbut trying to kill it, Canarium and Hart goes after it. Now the puck picked up by Steve Boudreau behind the net, right side of the goaltender. Out to Ducalon. Ducalon to Murray. Murray back to Ducalon. Murray's not a bad little defenseman either, is he?
No, the puck comes through. Too.
And Putter Canarium intercepts an errant pass and throws it out to center ice. Ducalon back for it. He's going to take a shot from center ice. DeRushy has to make the save. Not an easy save, to say the least.
It wasn't. He didn't expect that shot.
That's Big Mike Hurlbut with a puck. He just feeds it to center ice, where it's stopped there by David Jackson. And Jackson's pass is intercepted by Tayo. Tayo's 1-on-3, and he cannot get through. The puck does, but he does it. Jackson back to pick it up. He starts out with 25 seconds in the power play. Over skates, has to come back for it. Now feeding it over on the other side to John Benoit. Benoit. Now the long left wing pass goes off the back of a skate. Peter Levine picks it up. Here comes Levine on the off wing side. Levine still got it. Circles around, just wasting some time now. Makes a good move. Poke checked away though. And Quenville has to keep it in, dump it in the corner. Bob Hart with it. Centering pass. Intercepted right in the slot area. And back to center ice it goes. The penalty is up. And Massena killed that one off. Here's a shot from just outside the blue line. And offsides will be called as Jeff Nichols fired it in, but he had somebody ahead of the play. And the faceoff will come just outside the Massena zone. We're down to 3:09 left to play first period, and it's Bellows free leading the Massena Red Raiders 1-0.
And Massena was able to kill off that penalty. Bellows not able to score. We got 3:09 left to go. 1-0 Bellows.
Off the faceoff. The puck comes to Thomas, who's out there for the Red Raiders. Thomas has to circle back in his own zone, go after it. Now feeding it over on the other side. The puck just bouncing in the faceoff circle, comes free, but Sidden is there to fire it in the corner. Tommy Sidden with the puck now. He's double teamed. And the puck slides behind the net. Bellows trying to put some pressure on. Here's a chance, a short side shot. And I don't know if the save was made by DeRushy, but we have a whistle and a penalty.
I'm not sure. I think it's on Tommy Sidden again. I'm not.
No, I think it's Boudreau. Boudreau. No, wait a minute. It is Sidden. You were right, Reg.
I thought Dickie Frank pointed to Tommy Sidden. Tommy a little slow coming toward the bench. I don't think he thought he got that penalty, but Dickie Frank was right there and said, hey, number 5, it's you.
And so, the face-off will be in the Massena zone, and right back on the power play, BFA. Todd Tayo and Peter Levine will be out to kill it off, along with Mike Quenville and Mike Hurlbut off the face-off. The puck back to the point. It's Benoit out there, this time with Ducalon. Here's Benoit, fakes the shot, goes to Ducalon. He still has it at the blue line, and it's stolen away and fired to center ice. Good play by Peter Levine. Ducalon has to come back, and he just dumps it. It goes side of the net, and DeRushy tries to feed it behind him, but he held on apparently a little bit too long, and the face-off will be in the Massena zone again. Steve Boudreau is out there centering. And it is David Villeneuve on one wing and Jim Hall on the other wing. Duquelan, and now it's Bob Murray back out there playing the point. Murray has the puck, now feeding it to Hall. Hall tries to get a shot off. It's a weak shot, and I'll tell you, Dureshi went to glove it, but it got by him, went into the corner. Could have been trouble. Now Duquelan in the corner, feeds it back to the point. It goes to Murray. Murray right along the blue line, feeds to Duquelan, coming back out. Duquelan winds, his shot deflected. It goes wide. The puck comes free, and Quenneville comes up with it. Quenneville leaves it in the corner. Now Quenneville after it again, tries to clear it, kept in by Murray. Murray fakes, now he's going to take the shot, and I'll tell you, Duquelan was waiting for the deflection, but it went by. Now Tayo feeding it ahead to Levine at the blue line at BFA. Levine has it, now he has to wait because Tayo's offsides, decides to tie it up along the boards right in front of the bench, and with 31 seconds left in the penalty, 1:43 left in the period, the first period, it's 1-0 BFA.
All right, Massena's had 3 penalties in this first period. Bellows Academy 2. Bellows Academy took the first 2 penalties. Massena has had the last 3 penalties.
Face-off will be at the center ice area, about halfway between the BFA blue line and the red line. Scotty Loran out there now to kill it off with John Hart. And it's Hurlbut and Manley out there on defense for Massena. Manley has it at his own blue line. He's just going to fire it into the BFA zone. Goaltender Winter leaves it in the corner, and we have a whistle, and we're going to have a hooking call against BFA. Could be a break for Massena right there, as let's see who that is going to be. I think, is that Todd Minor? He's one of the, no, I'm sorry.
12.
That is David Jackson.
Right, defenseman for Bellows.
That's not the kind of penalty you like to take in your own zone on the power play.
That's right, when you've got the power play, you don't want to take a hooking penalty, especially in your own zone like that.
So now it's 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders for the next 18 seconds, and the Red Raiders go on the power play for the rest of the period. Here's a quick shot. Oh, the save made by Winter, but he lost it. That shot off the stick of Mike Hurlbut. Centering pass is deflected by goaltender Winter. Comes back to Hurlbut. Hurlbut now, the big rangy kid centers, and the pass goes back to Loran off a stick or something. Loran taken out of the play. The puck slides to center ice. Manley at his own blue line. Ahead it goes to Mike Hurlbut. Hurlbut trying to split the defense. He's taken out of the play. The puck slides right on. In fact, I think that went off Tim Perry's stick, right on his own goaltender. And Todd Winter holds on, covers up, and the face-off with Massena on the power play now for the rest of the period. 1:04, that's what's left in the period. 1-0. Bellows Free Academy leading in this hockey game. Face-off left side. In the BFA zone. Levine is out there with Hurlbut and Tayo, his 2 wingers. Sidden and Manley at the points, off the draw. Hurlbut skates into the circle, picks up the puck, feeds it back to Manley at the point. He fakes a shot. Now he's going to take it. Deflected just wide. Lots of sticks in there waiting for that deflection, but to no avail. Now it's Hurlbut back to the blue line. Now he tries to go in the slot area. He's going to feed it off to Tayo, back to the point Manley. Manley to Levine. Levine, now he fires it, and that one's knocked down by a leg in front. Sidden picks it up in the corner. Sidden still has a puck now, skating behind the net, tries to bring it out right in front, and feeds it over on the other side. Tayo can't get the shot off. It goes back to the point. Here's Manley. Manley to Levine. Levine to Hurlbut. Hurlbut right in front. Here's a chance for Tayo. Hit the goal post. Set up nicely, but he hit the goal post.
Tayo hit the goal post.
And now BFA clears the puck. It goes down the length of the ice.
They moved that puck well that time, Jerry. Set up Todd Tayo wide open. He hit the goal post.
Yep, that was set up nicely, too.
It was. Good passing by Massena.
To no avail. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Massena into the BFA zone. Here's a chance for Manley. Fired it just wide. Now the puck around the boards. BFA trying to clear it. Massena trying to keep it in. And there's the period. And so number 1 ends with BFA leading the Massena Red Raiders by a score of 1-0. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by the Seacom Federal Credit Union, corner of St. Regis Boulevard and Stern Streets, and their branch office, corner of Andrews and Church Streets. By Roots Bakery, North Main Street, Massena, for the finest in fresh baked goods 7 days. So it's 1-0, Reg, between period 1 and 2.
Right, just the first time I think Massena's been behind in that first period, but Bellows Academy scoring on a power play when Villeneuve of Bellows Academy took a rebound from a shot from Ducalon. Ducalon took the slap shot from the inside the blue line. Dave Romeo made the save. The rebound came out. Villeneuve was camped right on the edge of the goal, put it behind goalie Dave DeRushy of Massena for the power play goal. It took about 56 seconds for Bellows Academy to score that goal. That a power play goal killed off the penalty, as the penalty came with only a minute 30 left, so the penalties are a minute and 30 seconds. They were able to kill the penalties off. So after the first period of play, it is Bellows Free Academy 1, Massena nothing, and that sets up a pretty good second period here coming up. Really, Bellows Academy, I think, had a good period. Massena had a good period. They were just unable to score. I thought Massena had the better of play in the first period, but they just unable to put the puck in the net, Jerry. That's what it amounted to. Bellows Academy did not have that many shots on net, but hey, they scored in the power play. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's right. Okay, if you want to give me your headset there, we're going to turn it over to this gentleman. And for those hockey fans who are listening right now, this gentleman shouldn't be any strange name to the world of hockey, Gump Worsley. And Gumper, you played little hockey in your day a few years ago.
Well, yeah, a little bit. We tried to get the job done a couple of nights.
Now, you played for the New York Rangers back in the days when they didn't wear any kind of protection, right?
Well, no, goaltenders didn't have the face mask. I was in the game that Plant wore the first one, but I never did wear one through my career. I played 22 years in the National League without it. But, you know, they come out halfway through my career, and you just can't teach an old dog new tricks, I guess.
Now, did you ever suffer any serious injuries without the mask?
Well, you know, when we had the one goalkeeper, we'd get cut and we'd have to go in and get sewn up and come back out. We just called it an occupational hazard, that's all.
Well, I'll tell you, it must have been tough at times. And back in those days, as now, there were a few players around the league who could fire the puck at a pretty good rate, huh?
I don't think there's as many, you know, when I played as there is now. Like all the boys that play now are big and strong. I think they have more big shooters than they did when I played in the expansion with Minnesota after Montreal, and they were just starting to come in then. We had a few of them, like the Jeffreys and the Hulls and Howes and them people who could let it go, but I think now every team has about 10 of them, so it's a little tougher, I think, to play now.
So you did play for Minnesota?
Well, that's where I finished my career, and that's who I'm working for now. I'm scouting for Minnesota.
Okay, now what did I said the Rangers before, didn't
I? Well,
I meant to say Montreal.
I played for the Rangers, Montreal, and Minnesota.
Oh, now which was first?
Rangers.
You did start with the Rangers, okay.
1952.
Oh, okay, that's before I was born. So now you're scouting for Minnesota, and I imagine that takes you all over North America.
Well, just about it, yeah. You know, we go to Quebec Junior League and all right across Canada and through the United States to the high schools and the colleges and prep schools and what have you.
Tell me, who in particular are you looking at tonight?
Well, we're looking at a couple of them, of course. I'll have to look them up because I haven't seen them before.
Got one there? Okay.
Yeah, I have to put Hurlbut.
Yeah.
And Ducalon.
So those are the two people you're looking
really
at.
That I come down to see.
So Hurlbut, of course, from Massena, and Ducalon, who, well, I guess you could say set up that goal that BFA scored. But well, what are your thoughts on that first period, Gump?
Well, it's good skating, I think. You know, Massena are a little too anxious when they get inside the other end there, and they're not taking their time setting up their plays right. They're charging all around. They're not getting in position. I think one of the big faults with the game is not with the two teams, it's with the two referees. I think they're gone whistle happy or something in the first couple of minutes. One guy's calling them one way, one guy's calling them another way. I think right now, though, Massena could be up a couple of goals if they had taken their time when they did have the good chances.
Well, tell me, let's talk just a little bit about the NHL. You've played back in the old days. You know, you did say that you think there's a lot bigger, stronger kids, better shooters nowadays. What are some of the other differences you've noticed in hockey?
Well, I think the speed of it, you know. There's a lot more of people with better speed than I think, and I think a little bit of the finesse has gone out of the game. The stick handling has gone. It's more or less, you know, get over the red line, shoot it in, and everybody goes charging in like bulls in the china shop. There's certain clubs now are trying to go to the European thing, which I don't like. They're always going backwards half the time. I think you only, you know, get it in, don't lose a line. That was our theory when we had the good teams in Montreal. If we gained the zone, we never lost it. In other words, we don't pass the puck back over a blue line or over a red line. We keep the puck going forward. But I think with the European style and the wide rink, they can afford to go backwards, and the Rangers do that a lot. I think they're one team that has got the European thing from Herbie Brooks' style of play. He picked up that in the European style, and I don't like it because it always ends up when it gets back over your blue line in your own end, that's when they lose it. They don't lose it in center ice or somewhere. They lose it in your end, and then you're in trouble.
How do you think the great teams of the present, say the New York Islanders or the Montreal Canadiens of a few years back, how do they compare with the great teams of the past?
I think they could all play. You know, it would be a tough go. I think Islanders are, when they get into playoffs, play the old style. They start playing man-to-man, and they're pushing you around, and they're checking. During the season, I think everybody tries to play like Edmonton without the firepower. That's the difference. You know, they're all playing wide open. I don't know if you listened or saw the game in the Forum last night. Was just something unbelievable. You know, if goaltender in our days, if we let 5 goals in 2 games in a row, you got a bus ticket, and we're never seen for about 2 months. But, you know, the whole thing is that the good teams will win no matter when they play. It's just, you know, they just have too much talent. And I think in the Islanders of today against the Canadians of years ago would be a good battle. Okay.
Now let me ask you something. Now that you're a scout, you're looking at kids. You're looking at kids at many different levels, right? From the high school through the colleges, the junior system. What is it that you look for? Do you look for different things at different stages of development?
Well, I think the biggest thing and the first thing you look at is he can skate. If you can't skate, you can't play. You know, this is the whole thing. And then you look and see if he has a knowledge of the game and the reflexes. Like, you've got to be born with the reflexes. Knowledge of the game, you know, you got to pick it up when you're playing in this minor. You don't have a chance to pick it up when you're playing pro. You know, the game is just too quick to pick it up. And then you got to have it when you're in this level or a little bit higher, but not when you get to the pros. But skating, I think, is the big thing. You know, you can teach a boy a lot of things, but you got to be a born skater or you're in trouble.
What about size? How important is size?
Well, I think back on the defense it means a little bit, but up forward now, you know, we've got, let me put it this way, 2 of the smallest centers in hockey, I guess, in Keith Acton and Neil Broughton. But they're both heady players, and I think the small man, and there's still room for the small man in the game, the way it's played.
Broughton, of course, a product of the University of Minnesota, and he played for the Olympic team in '80, which won the gold medal, as everyone is aware, I'm sure. But he is not very big, is he?
No, he's you know, he's only about 5'9" and 168 to 170 pounds, but he has the head. He can get away with it. Whereas you can get a big guy who'll lumber around with, you know, not too many smarts, and he's going to have a problem playing. You know, even though he is big enough to push people around, but he just can't get there in time. There's room. I think this is one of the games I think that anybody any size can play, as long as they can skate and have a little bit of knowledge of the game.
Okay, Gump, we're just about out of time here. I do want to ask you, what are we going to see in the second 2 periods? Who do you think's a better team on the ice right now?
Well, Massena should be ahead by a few goals as far as I'm concerned. As I say, they're rushing their plays. They're going to have to settle down. I think they come out charging, what you hope they do in their own building, but I think they're going to have to, once they get inside the other team's blue line, they've got to settle down and make their plays and make sure when they get the good shot at the net to put it in. And I think this is what their coach will be telling them at the end of this period. Okay, thank you very much for dropping by. Really appreciate your time, and good luck in your scouting and travels. Thank you. It's been my pleasure. All right. Thank you. Gump Worsley, who played some hockey a few years ago for, well, as he told us, the New York Rangers, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Minnesota North Stars when they were at says. That's what counts. Of course, we still have 30 minutes of hockey to play. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a lot of hockey to play. We got a couple periods to go. And Massena really is playing well. They're moving the puck well. They're skating well. I can see, really, Massena's got to, you know, they got to put the puck in the net, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah. How many times have we seen the better team come out on the short end of the stick? Oh. More than once. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to catch a few breaks as well as being the better team. That's right. You got to get the break. But they can go back. We saw that the other night when, of course, Malone, Free Academy. No, it's Malone Academy, not Free Academy, I guess. Franklin Academy. Franklin Academy, yeah. Free or otherwise. A lot of academies around here. They scored first the other night, but I think it was only a minute or so later. Peter Levine put the puck in and even it up. But here, Bellows Academy starting the second period leads the Massena Red Raiders by a score of 1-0. Bellows dressed in the long pants, like I say. They are dressed in
green trimmed with white and gold with gold helmets. They are a sharp-looking outfit, I'll tell you.
They sure are.
Very,
they look
very
nice.
sharp-looking. BFA in the front of their jerseys.
And the Massena Red Raiders in their blue and red pants and their white with red numeral jerseys. And they're not a bad-looking outfit either.
No, really. It's two of the better dressed clubs I think we've seen all year, Jerry.
Yep. So we'll be ready to start this second period in just a moment. Todd Tayo's line out for Massena. Tayo with Levine and Hart. Bob Hart, first time I think he's played up on that first line
I believe
this year.
so. I don't remember him up there before, but really doing a pretty good job in there. I think he's a little bit unsure of himself that first period. He hasn't been up there with Tayo and Levine, and you can see a little tentative at times out there. But I think the second period, he'll feel a little bit more at ease, and they're skating that right wing in that first line.
And it'll be Quenneville playing 1 point along with Mike Curl. But Dave DeRushy now will be defending the goal to our right. And for BFA, it'll be Todd Wenner in the goal to our left. And he played a pretty good first period.
He did. He had a good first period, and that's for Bellows Academy.
Tayo will be facing off as Steve Bourdreau's line out there. Bourdreau, Ducoulon, and Nichols. And on the points, it's Bob Murray and John Benoit. And the puck in the zone. Ducoulon trying to clear it along the boards as it is in the BFA zone. It comes back behind the net to Beloit. And Benoit tries to clear it behind the net, feeding it through to Bourdreau. Bourdreau loses the puck in the face-off circle. Hart tries to feed it to an open wing. It comes free behind the net. It's picked up by Jeff Nichols. Nichols feeding it over to his defenseman, Bob Murray. Murray clears it ahead. Here's Ducoulon racing down the right wing side. He's got the puck, and he can't quite get the shot off. He kind of misfired on it. Puck comes free. Quenneville on it. He gets knocked down. The puck comes back to the face-off circle. Tayo trying to clear it out of the zone, leaves it for Hart. Here comes Bobby Hart. Hart to Murray. Murray steals, loses it now to Levine. His shot goes through, and we have a whistle, and I think we're going to have a high sticking call on, I think Toby Ducoulon's going to get that call, but Peter Levine took the shot, and the save was made by Wenner, but he lost the puck and went through his legs, but it did not go in the net.
Did not go in, but I'll tell you, he came out, though, to cut down that angle, and he made the save, right. It went through him, but it went wide, and
Toby Ducoulon.
Ducoulon going off again. That's the second time of the night he's gone off on a penalty. That coming with just 49 seconds elapsed in the second period.
So Massena Red Raiders now with a second power play opportunity. Or I should say the first in this period. They've had a couple in that first period as well. So
this is
actually
the fourth penalty of the night for Bellows.
Their fourth power play opportunity, although part of one was Massena was killing one off. Here's Manley now in the corner to Tayo. Center Levine shot in. Yes, it does. In the net.
That bounced off the goalie. I think it hit the post. It bounced off the goalie, hit the post, and finally went in. He thought he had the save, and everybody else wasn't sure, and all of a sudden the light came on. Massena scores on their power play. That's got to be Levine from at least Tayo.
Maybe Manley.
Probably Manley. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll wait and see, but
Levine gets the goal. Power play goal.
We'll wait on the official, but Massena has tied it up. A power play goal. So both goals in the hockey game have been on the power play. Offsides will be called on Massena as they try to bring it in the BFA zone. We'll see if that can ignite the Red Raiders a little bit. 1-1 our score. Massena and BFA. What's the official? They haven't announced it yet, huh?
Well, he might have. I couldn't hear it, Jerry.
Canarium off the face-off. It comes to Manley. Manley at his own blue line. Now off the boards. It comes free and back to the Massena blue line again. Tommy Sidden feeding it ahead for John Ratty. Ratty into the zone. Centering pass is intercepted. And it's back to center ice where Scott Manley picks it up once more for the Red Raiders over to Sidden. Here's Sidden moving the puck along, bangs it off the boards, goes back in the BFA zone all the way around to John Ratty, left side of the goaltender in the corner. He's taken out of play, tries to tie it up. Canarium comes in to help out, and finally they do tie it up in the corner. And that's Vernon Boomhover tying it up for BFA, and they will make a change. Massena staying out, I believe, with the Canarium line. It'll be Leon Bourdreau's line out there now for BFA. Bourdreau, Perry, and Villeneuve. Face-off will be in the BFA zone left side. Off the draw, back to Manley at the point. His shot. Save is made by Wenner. Puck free in the corner. And it comes to Murray behind the net. Murray trying to feed it to Benoit. Benoit back to Murray, up along the boards. And it comes out to center ice, Villeneuve. Villeneuve feeding it ahead for Bourdreau. Now the puck stolen by the Red Raiders. It's Sputter Canarium. Canarium Trying to dump it through. It's stopped at the blue line by Benoit. Back out to center ice. Here comes Leon Boudreau in on the off wing. And he's checked out of the play by Sid, and the puck slides behind the net. Back there's John Ratty to try and pick it up. Ratty looking to tie it up behind the net. It's poked free, and the big stick of Dave DeRushy steers it into the corner. Now the puck along the boards. The Raiders start out once again. Here comes Tad Ward. In left side, he fires. Glove save by Todd Wenner. Face-off will be right side in the BFA zone. 12:37 left, middle period. We're tied at 1.
That power play only took 8 seconds to score, Jerry. The face-off was in on the penalty. The face-off was in the Bellows Academy, and Massena just kept the puck in 8 seconds later.
Somehow, I had a feeling that might happen.
That might happen, right?
It'll be Tile's line back out there against Steve Boudreau's line. Boudreau, Nichols, and Ducalon. Off the draw, it comes to Hurlbut at the point. His backhand shot goes through, the save made, and Wenner falls on top of it and covers it up. And that was one of those shots where Wenner didn't see it until the last second.
He did, not right until the last second. Hurlbut took a sort of an easy backhand. It sort of just drifted in, and I think Wenner was screened, but he finally saw it, making a save, causing the face-off.
Face-off left side. Boudreau against Tile, comes back to the point. Quenneville into the corner. Back there to try and pick it up is David Jackson. Oh, a hard check thrown by Bobby Hart. The puck cleared along the boards and picked up behind the net by Boomhover. He feeds it along the boards. Levine keeps it in. Boomhover gets it back to center ice. Mike Hurlbut for the Red Raiders. He's being forechecked there heavily by Boudreau, but picking up the puck is Quenneville. He dumps it back into the zone of BFA. Back there to try to pick it up is Jackson. The puck slides free, and Jackson follows it, clears it to center ice. In fact, it goes all the way in the Massena zone, racing for it. Here's a chance, and the shot and the save made. Ducalon racing in, and boy, did he put on a burst of speed that
he
time.
Could fly.
Whoa! And he came down on that left wing out of nowhere. He's got it again, and he dumps it. It bounces, and Dave DeRushy makes kind of a tricky save there. Now the puck up along the boards. Here's Peter Levine, around 1. Levine across the red line, across the blue line, gets around 2, makes a good move. He's taken out of the play. The puck comes free. It's picked up by Steve Boudreau. Here's Boudreau trying to feed it ahead. It's intercepted at the Massena blue line by Tommy Siddon. Siddon over to Manley as BFA starts to make a change. Here comes Manley breaking down the left wing side, and he is tripped up.
No doubt about that one.
Penalty will be called. Yeah, there's no question. As going for a poke check was Roger Beauregard, and instead of the puck, he got the leg of Manley, and Manley fell down, and that's a trip.
Right, Manley was going down that left-hand side. Beauregard put his stick out, but definitely took the legs right underneath Manley. So Beauregard will go off on a penalty. Massena again will go in a power play.
Face-off left side in the zone of BFA. Bellows Free Academy of St. Albans, Vermont. We're all tied at 1 apiece as we're going to have a Massena power play. And let's see, we're going to have Putter Canarium out there with Tad Ward and John Ratty. Manley and Siddon will be the 2-point men. It comes to Manley. Manley at the blue line. He brings it in. His shot. Nice save by Todd Wenner.
I tell you, that was quite a good slap shot by Manley, but Wenner had the old glove right up there. That was headed for the middle of the net. He put the old glove up there, making the save. That's the 5th penalty for Bellows. That's 5 power plays for Massena. They've already scored on 1. This is the 5th one tonight.
Canarium will face it off as they move it over left side of goaltender Todd Wenner, make that right side of Wenner. And now coming out to take the face-off, Steve Boudreau, who will try to kill this one off. Bob Murray is also out there. Toby Ducalon and John Benoit. Now Levine comes out as we send out that first power play unit.
The regular power play of Tyle, Levine, and Hurlbut up front. Manley and Siddon back in the points.
Face-off comes to Manley, over to Siddon. Siddon winds, his shot, wide. Tyle trying to get the rebound. He's taken out of the play. Benoit comes up with a puck, finds the hole, and dumps it down the length of the ice. Stop behind the net by DeRushy. He leaves it for Tommy Siddon. Siddon starts to move it out. He's being forechecked by Ducalon. Now feeds it to Levine. Levine breaking down the left wing side. Here's Peter Levine into the corner. He follows the puck back to Tyle about halfway in. It goes to Manley at the left point. He winds, his shot, save made, the rebound in front, and Boudreau manages to find the handle and clears it to center ice. Siddon back for it. Over to Manley. We're down to 42 seconds in the Massena power play. Pretty good hockey game here at the arena. Here's Siddon now. He just dumps it into the corner. Chasing it down, Murray and Hurlbut. Murray feeds to Boudreau. Boudreau ahead to Ducalon. Watch out! Here he comes. Ducalon has got a partial breakaway. Here comes Ducalon, and he still holds. Score! What a goal!
I'll I'll tell you, that was as pretty a goal as you want to see, as he had Manley
all over him.
But what he did, he kept his back to Manley. He kept his body between the puck and Manley. Manley could not get at the puck. I'll tell you, that's a so-called professional move right there. Took the backhand and beat the Rushy, but he made the play himself. He just kept Manley away from that puck. You don't see that very often in high school, Jerry. A good move by number 3, Ducalon. I'll tell you, he's living up to his publicity, that's for sure. Short-handed goal.
I can see why the scouts are looking at him.
Right. Nice move.
Whoa, I guess so. Off the faceoff. Massena still on the power play. Here's Todd Tayo looking to center it. It's intercepted. Back to the point. Manley shot. Knocked down in front. The puck bouncing into net. Massena ties it. And I think Mike Hurlbut will get credit for that one.
I think Hurlbut gets that one, right.
What happened was the shot came from the point and it was knocked down by a defenseman. And as a result, Todd Wenner, who was set for the initial shot, was off balance. And the puck bounced through and came over on the other side to Mike Hurlbut. And he poked it home. And Massena ties it up immediately. So he saw 2 goals on that power play situation. One shorthanded, one a power play.
That only took 12 seconds between the goals.
And so we're back to skating full strength, both sides. Putter Canarium's line out there against Kirk Jean. This one's a lot of fun, isn't it, Reg?
Oh, yeah, it's a great game. all tied up, 2-2.
Off the faceoff, the puck into the stand, so we'll do it all over again just outside the BFA zone. 9:54 left to go, period number 2, 2-2 rather. Our score, Massena and BFA all tied up. Off the faceoff, here comes John Ratty, and on the right side, centering pass, knocked down in front. Back to O'Connell at the point. He's just going to dump it to an open wing. It comes around to Tad Ward behind the net. Trying to feed it to Ratty. Centering pass. Comes to Ratty again. He tries to get the shot off, and he's taken out of the play. The puck cleared around the boards by Vernon Boomhover. Now the puck back. Canarium at the point. He fires. It goes wide. Bounces right in front. Ratty can't get a stick on it. Now he does. The backhand shot hits the side of the net. And now Ratty trying to tie it up behind the net. He does. And we'll have a face-off. A lot of action in that shift. 9:26 left to go here in period number 2. We're all knotted at 2 apiece. Massena and Bellows Free Academy. BFA scored first in the first period. Massena came back here in the second period to tie it up. BFA went ahead on a shorthanded goal. Massena came back, 12 seconds later to tie it up.
12 seconds later on a power play goal to tie it up.
Exciting game. Scotty Loran's line out there against Leon Bourdreau's line. Off the faceoff. The puck bounces to center ice, and it was a hand pass, and the faceoff will move back inside the BFA zone. 9:21 left to play here, second period. 2-2 tie hockey game. Scotty Loran against Leon Bourdreau once again on the draw. Loran trying to chase the faceoff through. It's cleared back to center ice. Tom sitting with it at the red line for Massena. He just slides it into the zone. After it is Romeo. David trying to come up with a puck. He's beaten to the puck by Murray. Back to the point. Manley keeps it in. His quick shot glove. I think it was off the net, but Wenner gloved it anyway.
It would have been a little bit wide, but Wenner making, not taking any chances at all. He gloved that puck, causing the face-off in their end. All 4 goals have come as a result of penalties, 3 being power play goals and 1 shorthanded goal.
Scotty Loran will draw against Leon Bourdreau. Face-off right side of goaltender Todd Wenner in the BFA zone. Our score tied at 2 apiece. Massena and Bellows Free Academy of St. Albans, Vermont. They're one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Vermont, and I can see why.
Oh, yeah, they're playing well.
Good hockey team. Here's Murray off the face-off. Defenseman tries to clear it along the boards. We have a whistle and a high sticking call.
Well, you could almost see that coming. They were sort of jousting a little bit in there.
And that's going to go against Scotty Loran.
Against Scotty Loran, but you could almost see that one coming.
Which means that BFA has a power play opportunity. Face-off will be outside the BFA zone as Massena will be sending out Putter Canarium and Bobby Hart, along with Tom Sidden and Scott Manley to try to kill it off. And let's see, we're going to have Jim Hall out there, along with David Villeneuve and Steve Bourdreau. And of course, we're going to see Toby Ducalon. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
He's going to be out there.
He's playing one wing along with Bobby Murray. Now Murray is up talking with Dick Frank. Murray, I think, is the captain of this team. And he's discussing something with with Dickie Frank. I don't know what.
I'm not sure either. I think possibly where the face-off's going to be. It looks like it's just outside the
location
the
hasn't changed. Off the draw. The puck comes to Murray. Murray starts it down the right wing side. Pretty big kid, that Murray. Not a bad defenseman. Now he feeds it ahead. Back to Murray at the point. Murray just dumps it into the corner. After it is Steve Boudreau. Boudreau loses to Manley. Manley sliding it around the boards, but it's stolen by Boudreau. Back to the point to Murray. Here's Murray now feeding to Ducalon about halfway in. He brings it back to the point. Fakes the shot. Now the Murray on the other side. Murray sliding it through into the slot, and Boudreau is too well tied up. Couldn't get the shot off. It comes back to the point. Murray winds. His shot goes way wide. The rebound comes in the corner, right side of DeRushy. Back there to pick it up. It comes to Ducalon, to Murray, back to Ducalon. He starts to move it in as a puck bounce over his stick, follows it into the corner. And we have a whistle.
It's only in the crease.
Okay, that'll move the face-off outside.
That was the crease off. Boudreau was in the crease as Bellows had the puck. Ducalon controlling the puck. One of his teammates in the crease was blown dead, so the face-off will be just outside the Massena blue line. 46 seconds in the penalty to Scotty Laurent.
2-2.
All tied.
Tie hockey game here. Steve Boudreau will take the face-off. It comes to Ducalon, his shot. And I was told by the scorekeeper that he has scored 3 goals that way this year from center ice. Just unexpected.
He blistered that one just right at the blue line. He has a hard slap shot.
Now it comes back into the BFA zone. Murray picks it up, starts out. Here's Murray. Ahead it goes to Jimmy Hall. Hall brings it in. Now the pass is intercepted. Levine manages to stick check it out to center ice. And Murray has to come back for it. We're down to 13 seconds and counting in the BFA power play. Now the pass comes to Ducalon down the left wing. He turns on the jets, brings it in the zone, stops. About halfway in, back to the point. Murray winds, his shot, knocked down nicely by Tayo. Now it goes to Ducalon. Ducalon back to Murray. Massena back to full strength. Here's a chance right in front, intercepted by Hurlbut. And Massena starts back as they kill that one off. Scotty Laurent, the backhand pass is going to go too far for everybody, and it's called for icing, and that'll move it back into the zone of the Massena Red Raiders. 7:18, about halfway through the hockey game.
Right, I think they wanted a change on that anyway, as the Massena penalty killers had been out for quite a while. Levine had been out there, and then Scotty Laurent come out of the box, ice the puck, face off back into Massena, and it's all tied 2-2 in a good hockey game with 7:18 to go in the second period.
Face-off will be left side of the Massena Red Raiders. Off the draw, the puck comes to Scott Manley. Part of Canarium's line out there against the Kirk Jean line. Here's the quick forward pass, goes to Canarium. Canarium trying to feed through to Ward. Ward gets by a check, brings it in, centering pass, and I think that hit the goaltender. It goes free behind the net. Now the puck along the boards, stolen by John Ratty. Ratty trying to feed Canarium in the corner, back to Ratty. Ratty right in the side of the net. A poke check brings it back to center ice. Manley keeps it in. This Sid, his shot through a screen goes just wide. The rebound right in front. And where is it? Somebody made a save.
Down, they couldn't score.
The goaltender was out of the play, and I think one of the defensemen made a save. So Massena with a golden opportunity goes for naught. Now the puck back in the Red Raiders zone as the BFA team are going to change their line. That comes to Ward. Ward starts back, and from the red line, he just dumps it. It goes into the BFA zone. Puck cleared by the goaltender all the way back to center ice. Racing for it. Try to pick it up is Perry. Perry, he's got Boudreau with him. Perry trying to center it right in front, and the puck goes side of the net, and it's still free. Quenville trying to come up with it. And now Hurlbut helping out, and somebody fell on top of it. That's Tad Ward, and we'll have a face-off as a good chance at both ends.
Really, it was. Massena had a real good chance. I think it was both Ratty and Canarium in there. I'm not sure who took the shot. The goalie was out of the play, and like I said, I think maybe one of the defensemen kept the puck out. I thought he had an open net. All of a sudden he shot, and it sort of bounced out.
Apparently.
A good chance.
It was.
A good chance for Massena, unable to score, and then Bellows Academy took the puck down to the Massena end. Dave DeRushy made a save, causing the face-off now in Massena end.
Off the draw, Tiles line out there against Leon Boudreau. The puck comes back to Murray at the point. His backhand just feeds it into the corner. Now, Bob Hart after it. He and Quenville. It's kept in at the point. Here's Benoit with a chance. He can't get the shot off. He's tied up from behind. And Hurlbut feeding it ahead to Tayo. Tayo's got Levine with him. Here comes Todd Tayo in on the left wing side. Murray's back. and Tile has to slow down. Now the puck's stolen, and right back comes Tim Perry. Perry 1-on-2 for BFA, trying to fake it through the zone, and it's stolen by Quenneville, and he feeds it back to center ice. Johnny Benoit with it, and it goes up into the bench of BFA, and the face-off will come from...
I think they call it icing. I think they said he shot the puck from the other side of the red line.
Oh, okay.
Jerry. I'm pretty sure that's what the call was.
So it is icing.
They did shoot right along the boards. I thought at first somebody might have touched it, but there's an icing call back in the Bellows Academy end. The score is all tied 2-2. We got 5:35 to go in the second period. Good hockey game here at the Massena Arena. Stan Moore sends out that the line of Loran, Romeo, and Thomas.
Face off left side. Here's a quick shot. It's knocked down. Andy Thomas got it off. Another shot doesn't get through. And back comes BFA as they move the puck out. Picking it up there is Nichols. It's stolen away from him by David Romeo. Romeo starts back for Massena, trying to feed it through to Puente, who's out there now. Puck back to the point. Manley. His shot goes wide. Puck hits the back of the mesh. It's tied up there. And the face-off will come in the BFA zone. We're down to 5:15 left in the period. Second period, 2-2 tie hockey game. 1340 radio, WMSA in Massena. The face-off is going to move outside.
A lot of action, Jerry, up and down the ice.
I guess so.
Really, a well-played game by both teams. I think Bellows looking a little bit better this period than they did the first period. They're getting, I think, more chances. They're keeping the puck in the Massena end a little bit more. Massena still out shooting Bellows Academy, but Massena has scored twice in this period. Bellows Academy has scored once. They scored once in the first period, all tied 2-2.
Here's Puente now. Poke checked away from him. Picked up by Murray. I think this is a well-coached team, Reg.
Both of them are.
Yes.
Right.
Well, we know Massena.
We know Massena.
Now the face-off, or I should say the puck is right on the side of the Massena net. And Canarium picks it up for the Raiders. Dipsy doodles around, and ahead it goes to Manley. Manley, long right wing pass intercepted, and right back into the Massena zone. Sidden has to come back for it. He's being forechecked by Leon Boudreau. Sidden circles around. Now Perry comes in to help out. Sidden still has it. Circles behind his own net. Along the boards it goes. Kept in at the point by Murray. Dumps into the open corner. Back there for it is Manley. And you're right, BFA is keeping it in the Massena zone a bit more. But now here comes Ward breaking the center ice, and he loses the puck. It's right back in the Massena zone by Murray. Manley back for it. Looking to pass it ahead for Tad Ward. Ward taken out of the play. Now he tries to slide it along the boards. He still got it. Now he jets out of there. Off the boards ahead it goes to Ratty. Kept in at the point nicely again. And here comes a chance for BFA. The puck free. Sidden picks it up in the face-off circle right side of the Massena cage. And he leaves it for John Ratty, who comes back, feeds it ahead to Tad Ward. Ward down the left wing side. He's got Canarium with him. And offsides will be called. As
Canarium went in ahead a little bit. He and Ward were almost an elbow apart, but Canarium got ahead just a little bit of Ward as he went across the blue line. Calling the offside just outside the Bellows Academy blue line. 3:58 to go and still tied 2-2.
Good hockey game. It'll be Steve Boudreau's line out there now. And it'll be the Todd Tile line for the Massena Red Raiders. So we got number one against number one again.
Yep.
Face-off just outside BFA zone. The BFA Bob Whites. Right. Here comes Jeff Nichols. Nichols taken out of the play at the blue line of Massena. The puck underneath him. And we're going to have a high sticking call against somebody.
I'm not Bob. In fact, Bob Fredericks is right in the middle of that one. He called a high sticking call.
I think it's Jeff Nichols is going to get the gate.
I believe it's on Bellows.
Yeah, Jeff Nichols will get the gate for high sticking. And that means that Massena will be right back on that power play. And they have scored a couple of power play goals in the game. However, they have given up a shorthanded goal. Now, wait a minute. 1 minute. I know there's such thing as a 1 minute penalty. There we go.
There we go. He put the 1 minute 30 up there.
Off the face-off. The puck stopped behind the net by the goaltender, Winter. Trying to clear it along the boards, and it's down the length of the ice into the Massena zone as BFA trying to regroup. Tom Sidden with it for Massena. And we're going to have a slashing call. And another penalty, and Todd Tayo is going to get the gate. So that'll even things up here. No? Is it? Yeah, I'm sure it's Tayo. He's looking like he didn't know.
Oh, it's Levine.
No, you're right. It is Levine. Tayo was shaking his head, but I guess he was just doing it for his partner's sake. So Peter Levine goes off for slashing, which means we'll be skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders here for the next minute 16. Then BFA will have a short power play. That is, if nothing else happens. Off the face-off, Murray feeding to Boudreau, trying to center it. It's in the Massena zone right now. Boudreau brings it out along the boards, and the Raiders clear it to center ice. Murray with it, feeding it ahead to Boudreau. He just slides it into the Massena zone. Right there, though, is Sidden to pick it up and bring it to center ice and dump it into the BFA zone. Back there is Murray, and he and Canarium try to fight for it. Now Boudreau comes back to help out. He fires a puck right at the side of his own net, but it's dumped by Murray back into the corner. Boudreau picks it up. Now over on the other side, Benoit clearing it ahead. Here's Ducalon. Watch him. He's taken out of the play nicely by Hart. And Hart wasn't going to let him go anywhere, was he? Now Ducalon throws a wicked check right at the blue line on Sidden. The puck comes free back to center ice, and Tommy's probably saying, which way did the truck go? Now the puck into the zone. Here's Manley behind the net, circling around. Ducalon takes him out of the play. Some help there from Benoit. The puck slides free. It's getting pretty rough out there. Here's Benoit to help out. And he starts out right side. The crowd clamoring for a penalty, but they don't get one there.
Just getting a little rough back in there.
Yeah.
Really no penalties.
Now here comes Ducalon at his own blue line, and he has to bring it back to center ice as he is upended on the play.
Tayo hit Ducalon that time. Ducalon's going to be slow getting up as the bodies are starting to fly here in the second period.
Ducalon fell on top of the puck, so that's why the stoppage of play.
I wondered where the puck was. I kept looking for the puck. Ducalon right in front of us, right in the referee's crease in front of the penalty box. As he went down, he was not hurt or anything. He just went down on the puck. I think he wanted a little rest. He's been on the ice a lot, Jerry.
I guess
He's
so.
seen a lot of ice time for Bellows.
So a 14-second power play here for BFA as their penalty has expired. Massena still with a Peter Levine in the box for the next 14. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Jackson. David Jackson over to Boomhover. Boomhover trying to clear it ahead. It goes by everybody. That's going to be an icing call, I believe. Yep. And it is icing, and that'll move the face-off with just 3 seconds left. So
there's a break for Massena as Bellows was on the power play. Massena shorthanded as Peter Levine is in the penalty box, a minute and a half for slashing with only 3 seconds left. Massena has effectively killed off that penalty. It's still 2-2 with 2:05 to go in the second period.
Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Todd Wenner. 2-2 tie hockey game. We have a thriller going here. If the rest of this tournament is as good as this first game, it's going to be a dandy.
Yep.
Off the draw. Here comes a chance for Beauregard. Beauregard trying to get by Hurlbut, centers it, and DeRushy just sticks it aside as Beauregard was all by himself. Now back comes Massena. Peter Levine's out of the box, and he's got the Jets on. Here comes Levine across the blue line. His shot. The save made. He loses the puck, and it's dumped into the corner. It's going to be a controlling the puck with a high stick call, but it was a good play.
It was a good play because that puck was up in the air as Wenner had made the save off Peter Levine. Peter Levine coming down that right wing, cutting across to the left in the slot, taking the shot, and Wenner made the save.
And the puck bounced high in the air, and it was in the air, and Wenner was out of the play. He didn't know where it was. So one of the defensemen got the stick up and almost like a baseball bat, hit it into the corner. And his teammate touched it first, so it's a controlling the puck with a high stick, but it was a good play. Off the face-off, Boudreau on the draw. Now it comes to John Ratty. Ratty trying to center it right in front. Here's a shot. It hit the goal post. As Canarium got the quick shot off, it hit the post. Back to the point. Here's Quenneville taking the shot. It's blocked. Here's another shot by Hurlbut. The save made. The rebound fired just wide. It comes back to Quenneville. Massena buzzing now. And now the puck's stolen. We have a whistle. And we're going to have a man in the crease, I think.
I think right. Bob Fredericks calls a man in the crease as Massena had the control of the puck, and Massena man was in the crease. It'll be face-off just outside the Bellows Academy blue line. Massena having really a couple good chances to score at that time.
They were buzzing.
Wenner made the big save, and it's still 2-2 with 1:19 to go in the second period. An exciting game. Well played.
Sure is. Todd Tayo's line back out there for Massena against the Steve Boudreau line. Boudreau, Nichols, and Ducalon. And we saw what Toby Ducalon can do. Here's Hart centering pass to Tayo, just a little bit too far. Tayo all by himself. He's taken out of the play. Boudreau picks up the puck. Boudreau now making the move, trying to get by Levine. It's kept in as Hart comes up with the puck now. Back to the point, Manley shot. The save is made. Tayo trying to dig it out of the corner. He and Boomhover go after it. Tayo comes away with it. Now behind the net, he's tied up. The puck slides free. Here's Levine with it. Levine. and Duquelan go after it. The puck still free. Now it goes back in the corner. Here's Todd Tayo. Tayo has it taken away from him. Good play by David Jackson. He clears to center ice. Here comes Duquelan. Duquelan's got Nichols with him. Duquelan, we have a whistle, and Nichols was offside.
Tell you, anytime Duquelan gets that puck now, boy, everybody's just looking, hey, what's he going to do this time?
That's right.
He's a dangerous man with that puck.
It was 2-on-2. Had Nichols stayed on side, it might have been interesting.
Right. He was just about a half a step offside. We're in the last minute of play with only 39 seconds to go in the second period. All tied, 2-2.
Kirk Jean's line out there now for BFA against the Putter Canarium line from Massena faceoff just outside the Raider zone off the draw. Back into the Massena zone. It goes to Quenneville to Hurlbut. Ahead to Tad Ward. Ward down the left wing side. Looking to feed it ahead to Canarium, and it gets just by him, but Putter was offside anyway, I guess.
He was offside by a good stride or so as they tried to hit Canarium going across the blue line. But I think he's going to throw them both out. As they went in, Canarium and Benoit both pushing and shoving a little bit. So Bob Frederick said, hey, both you guys going off and sit for a while.
So a minute and a half each. We'll be skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders for 32 seconds of this period and 58 of the next. Face-off will be just outside the BFA zone. And both teams are going to change now. Tayo coming out. I imagine we're going to see Tayo and Hurlbut. Yes, Tayo and Hurlbut will be the two forwards now, and it'll be Sidden and Manley, the 2-point men. Duquelan comes out.
Okay, we got 3 defensemen out there now.
He'll be out there with Boudreau, and Murray's out there along with Boomhover. Now, in the zone of BFA, here's a chance as it was Massena getting a good chance there. It was Hurlbut, but he couldn't get the shot off. Now here comes Duquelan down the left wing side. Let's see what he does this time. Trying to get by Sidden. Duquelan takes it behind the net. He and Hurlbut go together, and the puck hits. The net's off. It's mooring.
The net was off the mooring as Duquelan went down that left side. One thing I've noticed, every time he comes down, he always goes wide. I haven't seen him cut toward the middle yet. Of course, with his speed, that's probably the place to go.
So the faceoff will be in the Massena zone, left side. Just 9 seconds left in this middle period. We're still tied at 2. So it will be Steve Boudreau taking the faceoff. Now Tayo comes out, and he is going to replace Manley. And Hurlbut will move back. Levine will take the face off the draw. Here's a quick shot by Duquelan, just wide. Boy, he got that one away
he
fast.
got that one off quick.
And the puck slides to center ice, and that's going to take care of the period right there.
We got a penalty coming up, I think. I thought Dick Frank called a penalty.
Let's see.
At the end, he did. He called a slashing penalty.
Who's it going to go against?
Against Bellows. I think it's on Boomhover.
It's a cross check.
It was right at slash or cross check. I don't. I'm sure it was against Bellows. If it happened right at the buzzer, it was right in front of the Bellows Academy bench.
So we played 2 periods of hockey. We have a score of 2-2, Massena and Bellows Free Academy, and it is an exciting hockey game here at the arena. Tonight's broadcast being brought to you by the North Country Overtime to determine who will go on in this tournament. And I see you made a few checks with the statistics, Reg.
I'm on my second sheet here. We've got a few more penalties than we've been used to. In most of the games, really, there hasn't been that many penalties, Jerry. But tonight, quite a few penalties for both clubs.
And there was another couple at the end of the period. Tayo going off along with Boomhover for Bellows Academy, and so we're seeing a 3-on-3 situation here.
I like to see that once in a while. That's great. Everybody, they got open ice, boy. They can really motor.
Let me ask you something, Reg. You remember? I think this had to be 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago. Clarkson was playing St. Lawrence. It was when Davy Taylor was playing, and Harry Akins was playing goal for St. Lawrence, and it was one of those games where there were hundreds of penalties, it seemed. But anyway, it went into overtime. It was at Walker Arena, and it was 3-on-3 in the overtime, and Dave Taylor scored the winner as he went through the 3 St. Lawrence defenders.
Wow, I'll tell you, this is great for a guy that can handle a puck and skate. I tell you, they love this 3-on-3. They really do.
I imagine we're going to see Mr. Duquelan out there. What do you think?
I might bet on that. Yeah, that'd be a safe bet. And look who's coming out. Number 3, Toby Duquelan coming out for Bellows Academy. Right, they're skating 3-on-3. Both teams have 2 men in the penalty box. It's all tied up 2-2. We're ready to start the third period of play.
Peter Levine will be the Massena forward, and it's Manley and Sidden out there as well. And taking the face-off, Steve Boudreau, and on the other side, it's going to be Bob Murray, who's a defenseman, as Murray is going to stay up front, and Duquelan's going to be back. Off the face-off, it comes to Manley in the Massena zone, feeding over to Sidden. Sidden starts back for the Red Raiders. 46 in the first penalties, a minute 17 in the other two. Duquelan's got it. Every time he picks up the puck, we hear a few oohs and ahs from the crowd as they know that he can do something. He's got it. He starts to turn on the jets down the off wing. Here comes Duquelan into the zone. His shot, the quick shot, the save, the rebound. He's got the puck somehow behind the net, but he overskated it, and it's picked up there. And here comes the Massena Red Raiders as Scotty Manley has it down the left wing side. He breaks in. He's on Murray. Manley's shot is gloved by Wenner, and he lost it, but it went wide. Now the puck dumped back into the corner. Murray after it. Here's Murray trying to feed it to Duquelan. Bounces off a stick, goes by him, picked up by Sidden. Tommy Sidden bangs it off the boards. He's taken out of the play by Duquelan. Picking up the puck, Murray dumps to an open wing. Sidden racing for it, and coming up with it is Peter Levine. Levine gets by Duquelan. He winds his shot, the save made. The puck slides free back into the face-off circle. Levine poke checks it to the point, and it's Hurlbut as two of the players are back on the ice. We're 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders now. 15 seconds left in the second penalty. Levine with a puck behind the net. He is tied up. The puck slides free. Duquelan behind his own net starts to move it ahead. Now he just lofts it in the air. It bounces, and Quenneville will have to chase it down into his own zone. Here's Quenneville. And now the penalties are all the way up, and we're skating with full contingents. Now the puck's stolen inside the zone there. Nice play made by Kirk Jean. Behind the net, Quenneville, headman, goes for Canarium. Canarium trying to get it ahead to Ward. Ward back for Canarium at the red line. He just feeds it into the zone. Now the puck slides free in the slot, and Benoit gets it back to center ice. Hurlbut coming back for it. He overskates. Canarium now. Canarium back to his own zone. He drops it back to Hart. Hart's poke checked away from him. The puck slides back into the Massena zone. Back there is Hurlbut, and it's fast and furious so far in the third period. Now the puck intercepted at the red line. Coming back for it is Beauregard. Beauregard feeds it over to Benoit. Benoit trying to get it back to Beauregard. The pass intercepted by Hurlbut. Ahead to John Ratty. Ratty now can't catch up with the play. Benoit takes it away from him. Benoit behind the net. Along the boards it goes. His pass for Beauregard. Hits Beauregard in the back of the skate. Canarium trying to keep it in the zone. It's sitting at the blue line. It comes out to center ice. Picked up by Scotty Manley. Here's Manley. Over to John Ratty. Ratty breaking in on the right side. Trying to get by Benoit. He does. Slides it right in front. The puck comes free, and it goes just wide as Romeo couldn't get the good shot off. Now the puck behind the BFA net as Dick Frank is tied up in that one, the referee, and it slides free. It comes back to the point. Here's Manley. His shot bounces, hits a few legs, goes wide. Now Ward picks it up, centering pass, and nobody could get a stick on it. And right back comes BFA. It's Kirk Jean. Jean, the long headman pass, intercepted. He follows it himself, but Ratty comes up with it instead. Ratty breaking down the right wing side into the zone. Ratty shot, and it's gloved wide by Todd Wenner. He holds on, and he says, let's stop this thing before it gets out of hand.
And it's still all tied up 2-2. Neither team able to capitalize. There was no power play, however. They skated 3 aside, then they skated 4 aside. Now all penalties are over. They're out there with skating 5 aside. We got 11:51 to go. All tied. Face off in the Bellows Academy end.
Scott Laurent out there against Leon Boudreau. Face off left side. 11:51 left to go regulation time. We're tied at 2. 1340 radio, WMSA in Massena. Ricky Nichols clears it to center ice. Boudreau racing for it. Quenneville beats him to the puck and banks it back to the blue line. Now following, here's Murray. Murray breaks through, fires it. The save made by David DeRushy. Now Nichols tries to keep it in, feeds it through into the slot area. That's intercepted by Mike Quenneville. He comes back for the Red Raiders. Quenneville is going to fire it into the corner. Murray back for it. Murray clears it along the boards, and coming up with it is David Villeneuve. Villeneuve, long headman pass, goes off the back of Nichols' skates and back into the zone where it's cleared by Boomhover to center ice. Boomhover now trying to feed it ahead to Nichols. It's intercepted, and back comes Massena's Thomas. Thomas loses at the blue line, and it's lifted in the air by Boomhover, and it does not go far enough for icing, or it goes far enough, but
they waved it off.
They waved it off. Apparently, Dickie Frank thought that Mike Hurlbut could have played that. Here comes Hurlbut now, trying to split the defense. The puck poke checked away from him, and picking it up is Johnny Benoit. Benoit clearing it ahead. His pass intercepted by Hurl, but on the backhand, right back into the BFA zone. Stopped behind the net by Todd Wenner. Wenner loses it, and here comes their big gun, Duquelan. Duquelan loses it, and it comes back to Benoit. Benoit to Duquelan. Duquelan in the corner, back to Benoit behind his own cage. Here's Benoit. The long headman pass. Picking it up is Jeffy Nichols. Nichols ahead to Duquelan. Duquelan in the zone. Trying to center it. Hits the side of the net. Nichols follows it up. Feeds it around behind the net. Nobody there for BFA. It comes to Tayo. Tayo loses it. And it slides to center ice. Bob Hart with it. Hart circles at his own blue line. Hits Tayo on the left wing into the zone. Todd Tayo trying to get through. Duquelan takes it away from him. Lifts it in the air. Back out to center ice. And we're going to have a high stick called.
Yeah, the puck bounced up in the air. Scotty Manley brought the puck down, but as he did so, he brought the puck, or the stick, over his shoulder, hit the puck. Dickie Frank says, hey, you can't do that. Let's go back in your own zone. So the face-off, we'll be back in the Massena zone. 10:01 to go. All tied, 2-2.
Face-off left side of David DeRushy in the Massena Red Raiders zone. And Todd Tayo's line back out there for him. Now they're going to make a change. Just as I start to say that, as Putter Canarium lines comes back out. Canarium, Ratty, and Ward. And it'll be Kirk Jean's line. Jean, Hall, and Beauregard off the face-off. The puck comes free behind the net, picked up by Scott Manley for Massena. Manley, the headman to Canarium. Canarium at the blue line, makes a move. It's poke checked away by Jean, and Manley has to come up with it. Over to Sidden. Sidden takes it to center ice across the red line. He feeds it high over the net, hits the back of the boards, comes back halfway out. Here's Ward now trying to center it. It bounces off a stick all the way back to the point. It comes to Tommy Sidden. Sidden trying to move it in, and he is tied up along the boards, and we'll have a face-off left side in the zone of BFA. They're 9-3 in their league and 11-6 overall coming into tonight's game.
No, I talked with the Rome announcer who they're going to do the next game. He said that Rome earlier in the year beat Bellows 6-0. He said, well, it had to be one of those games, he said, where Rome did everything right and Bellows did everything wrong.
So if Massena does get by this game, then they may be in
for
for a tough one tomorrow.
Rome, I think.
Here's Hurlbut's shot through his screen, and that one goes wide. Ward's backhand shot goes wide, and the puck comes free to Beauregard. He starts out. His long headman pass intercepted by Quenneville, following on the play, but offsides will be called as Kirk Jean brought it in, but Jimmy Hall was ahead of the play.
Right. You know, Massena's had a lot of shots wide tonight, Jerry. I don't know how many shots they've taken, but I bet you half the shots that they've taken at the net have gone just wide, say a foot or so wide.
2-2, we're tied. In the last period, 9:21 left to play. Face off just outside Red Raiders zone. Kirk Jean will take the draw against Putter Canarium off the face-off. It comes back to Boomhover. Boomhover taken out of the play. Puck slides free. Over on the other side to David Jackson. Jackson loses to Canarium at the red line. Canarium, ahead it goes to John Ratty. Ratty just feeds it into the corner. Racing back for it is Jackson. Jackson trying to tie it up. The puck slides free. Up along the boards. It is picked up by Villeneuve. Villeneuve feeding it ahead to Kirk Jean. Jean starts to move it. He's just going to fire it into the Massena zone. Back into the corner behind the Massena net. Picked up there by Mike Quenneville. Quenneville along the boards for Tad Ward. Ward ahead. We've got a 2-on-1. Canarium and Ratty. Here comes Canarium. His shot. The save. The rebound sitting right in front. It goes to the net. And Tad Ward will pick up the goal.
He got the rebound as Putter Canarium went down that left side. He took the shot. Winner made the save. The puck came back out. And Tad Ward is right there in the slot following the play, putting Massena ahead by a score of 3-2.
Tad Ward, a huge goal for the Massena Red Raiders, and that gives them the lead for the first time in the hockey game.
I'll tell you, I don't think Tad Ward has scored very many goals this year, but he's not going to have any goals as important as that one right there, Jerry.
Big goal for the Massena Red Raiders as they go ahead by a score of 3-2. Putter Canarium will pick up the assist, and I'm trying to think. Quenneville maybe?
Possibly Quenneville on the from the defense, yeah.
Off the face-off. It's Sidden feeding it ahead to Loran. Loran's line out there, and he just fires it into the corner. Now behind the net. David Romeo after it. He's taken out of the play. Coming back for it is Leon Boudreau. His line out there. Boudreau to center ice. Tommy Sidden there for Massena. Skating back with a puck. Now he finds the range and slides it back into the zone of BFA. Cleared into the corner, around the boards. Villeneuve with it. He and Loran go together. Villeneuve can't get it out of the zone. It's kept in, and into the corner it goes. Back to pick it up again is Benoit. Benoit around the boards. He and Loran go together. The puck slides free. Now it's Murray. Murray trying to get it out. It's kept in there by Sidden. Now the centering pass picked up by Loran. He has to come back to the blue line. Loran to Sidden. Sidden over the other side. Manley just fires it into the corner, stop side of the net. After it now is Benoit. Benoit up along the boards. His pass is intercepted. Benoit comes to tie it up. He does, and we'll have a face-off as Massena's starting to put some pressure on now.
I think that goal by Ward really fired Massena up to starting to put a little more pressure on. She's got 7:36 to go, and Massena goes ahead on that goal by Ward. The assist going to Canarium and possibly to Quinville.
3-2 our score here. Third period, Massena leading. In an exciting, here's a shot from the point, and a save is made as Hurlbut took the boomer from the point. Back behind the net to pick it up is Boomhover, trying to clear it ahead. Quenville keeps it in momentarily, but now here comes BFA. Firing it is Jeff Nichols. Nichols around behind the net, trying to feed it, and the shot taken on the short side by Ducalon. The puck comes free behind the net. Now it's Hurlbut. His long head man is intercepted by Boomhover. Boomhover ahead to Nichols. Now to Ducalon. Here comes Ducalon. Dixie doodling. His shot from the slot is deflected high over the cage. Back there to pick it up, Nichols. He's taken out of the play by Quenville, and Hart picks it up, feeds it ahead to Levine. Levine 1-on-2. Levine starting down, makes his move. Now Hart coming to help him out. Levine makes a nice move, but he's taken out of the play. The puck goes free into the corner. Todd Tayo comes to help out. Tries to feed it to Levine. Now the pass stolen by Boudreau. He fires it behind the net. Bobby Hart there. He's going to try to tie it up. He moves it along the boards, and we get the whistle. And the face-off will be, I think they're going to move it outside.
Right, they moved it outside as Massena caused the face-off, but I think they wanted to change the lines as that line of Levine, Tayo, and Hart have been out there quite a while. Levine brought that puck in on the right. I don't think he saw Hart. Hart was wide open on the left-hand side. All he had to do was put his head up, and Hart was wide open.
Off the face-off. The puck comes back to Manley. Manley in his own zone. He still has it, being forechecked. Now Manley starts to move it out. And the puck fired down the length of the ice, and that's going to be icing against the Massena Red Raiders. And 6:17 is what we have left, and the face-off will move back into the Raiders zone. Face-off left side.
That one-goal lead looking sort of big right now. It's been tied for so long, although there's a lot of time left. 6:17, a lot of time left, and the face-off is back in the Massena end.
It'll be Canarium to take the face-off. Off the draw, back to center ice it goes. Benoit picks it up at the red line. Here's Benoit. Off the boards, back into the Massena zone. DeRushy stops it behind the net. Now he's going to feed it with a big stick up along the boards, picked up by Ratty. Ratty trying to get it out. He's being forechecked by Kirk Jean, but it does come to center ice. Canarium picks it up. Canarium leaving for Ratty. Ratty just fires it into the zone. Murray having a little trouble with it. Now he finds a handle. Up along the boards, back to the point. Here's a shot. Nice save. The rebound. Ratty, as Manley got a good shot off. Now Ratty has it, trying to wrap it around, but the big goalie stick got in the way that time. And right back comes BFA. Here comes Roger Beauregard. Beauregard's going to take a shot from center ice as they want to make a line change. And the puck comes free. Now back comes the Massena Red Raiders' Tad Ward, and he fires it in. The big goalie stick clears into the corner. Ward tied up in the corner, the puck underneath him. Now it slides free, and back comes Beauregard. Trying to get it out of the zone, and it comes to Leon Boudreau. Boudreau trying to stick handle, trying to get by Sidden. Now he fires it side of the net. Sidden back to pick it up, off the boards, back to the point it comes. Here's a shot taken, knocked down in the face-off circle, and big Hurlbut comes after it. Hurlbut now circles on the other side. His headman pass back to the point, kept in by Boomhover. Boomhover slides into the corner, and it's stopped behind the net. And Villeneuve goes after it, taken off his stick by Loran, and Loran starts out for Massena. His headman pass intercepted at the BFA blue line, but following it is Romeo. Romeo and Boomhover go together. They tie the puck up, and we'll have a face-off.
A lot of action up and down the ice, as I think Bellows realized here we only got a little over 4 minutes to go. We want to get back in this ball game. We better start playing hockey. Of course, they have played really well all game. It's been a good game. It was tied 2-2 until the last few minutes when Massena's Ward scored his biggest goal of the year with an assist to Canarium and Quenville. Massena 3, Bellows 2.
Boudreau out there to take the face-off against Levine. Puck in the face-off circle, and here comes Murray. Murray's headman goes to Duquelan. Duquelan taken out of the play. Quenneville comes up with it, feeds it back to center ice. Here's Murray with it, fighting for it along the blue line, along with Peter Levine. And Boudreau picks it up and fires it into the zone. Quenneville there for Massena, circling behind his own net. Quenneville fires it wide. Long pass intercepted, but it slides to center ice nevertheless. Murray has it. He loses to Todd Tayo. Here comes Tayo, and he's taken out of the play. Puck slides free right in front of Levine. His shot, and a big save made by Todd Winter.
I guess so. Winter made a big save on Levine's shot.
Now here comes Murray, and on the backhand, he just fires it into the Massena zone. It's picked up by Nichols. Nichols centering pass. We have a delay penalty call, and it's going to go against Massena. And here's a door that's kind of sliding open here for BFA to get back in this game.
They got a high stick call to, let's see, it's going to go to Tayo, I believe, right.
Todd Tayo gets the gate.
Todd Tayo gets the gate, so tell you, if Bellows is going to get back in the ball game, this sure is the time to do it with 3:48 to go. Tayo going off on a high stick call. The face-off, it was in Massena end, so the face-off will be in the Massena end. I thought maybe they might take a timeout or something, but I guess they are not.
Putter Canarium and Tad Ward will be out to try and kill it off with Manley and Sitten. On the power play, we're going to see, well, wait a minute here. Now the timeout. You were right, Rich.
I was wondering.
Tonight's game.
It was only that they had to take the timeout, sure.
Tonight's game being brought to you in part by the CCOM Community Federal Credit Union, by Roots Bakery, Reynolds Metals Company, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, Dixie Lee, Collins Brothers, Cafeon Oldsmobile, North Country Sports Center, Massena Optics, North Country Savings Bank, M.E. Avery, and the AM PM Mini Mart. Here's the situation. Massena leading by a slim 1-goal lead, 3-2. We have 3:48 left to play. We have a penalty on Massena's Todd Tayo, a power play for BFA, and they have the face-off in the Massena zone. So Massena's lead is tenuous at best right now.
I would say so. That looks pretty good up there, but Bellows has really a halfway decent power play. They've been able to move the puck, and they've been able to keep the puck in the Massena end on a number of occasions when they have had the power play. So really, Massena's going to have a good job by their forecheckers. Let's see, he's going to what's he got? Canarium and Hart are going to be up front. He's got Manley and Sitten back on defense.
3:48 left to play, regulation time, 3-2 Massena, but the Red Raiders have to kill this one off. We're going to see Steve Boudreau taking the face-off, and Dave Villeneuve will be on one wing. The other wing will be Jimmy Hall, and we've got the big guy, Duquelan, playing one point, and Murray the other point. Off the face-off, Massena fires it down the length of the ice. Murray back for it. He feeds to Duquelan. Duquelan across the blue line, makes a good move by Canarium. Here comes Duquelan into the zone. He stops about halfway in. He's going to go back to Murray at the point. Murray moving it along. He's got an opening. His shot saved by DeRushy, chest high.
And he made the save. He did not give the rebound. You do not want to give the rebound up on a situation like this. Murray kept, actually, a defenseman should keep that shot low so he can't get a rebound. He caught it. He got about 3 feet off the ice. All DeRushy had to do was catch it, which he did.
So we'll do it all over again. Levine comes out now to try and kill this one off. He'll be out there with Canarium, Sitten, and Manley. Face-off. Off the draw. The puck slides side of the net. After it there, they try to move it around. Where is it? It comes to Duquelan. He and Canarium go, and Canarium's going to try to tie it up, which he does do very well. And we'll have another face-off. Same place, right side of goaltender Dave DeRushy.
56 seconds to go on the penalty to Todd Tayo.
3:14 left in regulation time. Off the draw. Puck poke checked into the corner. Sitten with it for Massena. Along the boards, he tries to move it. Duquelan steals. Here's Duquelan now, moving it back to the point. He circles in the slot. His shot. And DeRushy, I think, made the save.
He got a piece of it.
Either that or he went over him. He did get a piece of it. Now Murray keeps it in again, trying to feed it back. It goes right in front, and Sitten nicely clears it into the corner. Manley after it there. 33 seconds left in the power play. Puck back to the point. Here's Murray. Murray takes the shot. Now he passes about halfway in. Back to Murray. Murray's shot is deflected high and wide. Duquelan's going to pick it up off the boards. Here's Duquelan. Stolen away. Here comes Putter Canarium. He's got a breakaway. Here's Canarium. Duquelan gets back. Canarium shot. Duquelan got back and broke it up, and he turned quite a burst of speed that time to get back.
He sure did to catch Canarium.
Here's Duquelan bringing it in the zone. Here's Duquelan now down the left wing side, takes it behind the net. Duquelan still got it. It's taken away from him by Levine, and Levine clears it down the length of the ice. That kills the penalty, and I'll tell you something, that takes a bit of pressure off the Massena Red Raiders right now. A lot of pressure
off Massena right there.
And I'll tell you, BFA had some good chances, but Massena Red Raiders killed it off. Beauregard has the puck. Oh, he almost lost it in front of his own cage, but he manages to feed it ahead. Now the pass on the backhand goes off Rick Nichols' stick into the net. Back there is Quenneville to pick it up, feeds it along the boards for Hart, and out to center ice once again. John Benoit picks it up there. Benoit feeding over on the other side to David Jackson. Jackson dumps to an open wing, intercepted. Here comes Big Hurlbut. Hurlbut breaking down the ice on the left wing into the zone. Hurlbut making the stick handling move, takes it right around behind the net, looking to wrap it around. Now he's going to have to come back. His pass is deflected, goes behind the net. Jackson after it. Jackson to Benoit. Benoit right side of his own cage. Now he's going to try on the left side. Feeds it along the board. It comes ahead to Ricky Nichols. Nichols on the backhand. His head man for Beauregard. Intercepted. We have a whistle. What was the whistle for? Offsides?
I'm not sure. It must have been offside. It was called just outside the blue line. You know, and that killing off that power play, Punter Canarium did a good job on those 3 face-offs. He got all 3 face-offs. Not only that, but he blocked his man out, too. He did not let his opposing center go through there. He did a good job in killing that penalty.
You know, it's often forgotten how important that is to win the face-off.
Sure is. Not only that, but you take your man out, too. Don't let that opposing center get by you.
Face-off will be in the center ice area on the BFA side of the red line. Canarium will take the draw against Boudreau. Off the face-off, Canarium wins the face-off again, and it goes back to the blue line. Here comes Murray, poke checked away from him by Hurlbut, and it's Canarium, 2-on-2. He's got Ratty with him. His shot, save made, the rebound sitting on the side of the net, and I'll tell you, the pass comes out to center ice as Ratty couldn't get the shot off. It was taken out of the play. Now here comes Duquelan. Duquelan on the backhand, his shot. The rebound made, the puck comes behind the net, or I should say the save made by DeRushy. Centering pass from Duquelan. Right in there is Murray, and he gets knocked down, and the face-off underneath, or I should say the puck underneath him. The face-off will be left side with 1:11 left, and the net is empty at the other end.
That Duquelan is all over the ice. You know, and that rebound, you know who tied Ratty up, don't you? Duquelan tied him up in his own end. He finally got the puck, went all the way down, took a good backhand, and Dave DeRushy made the save. I tell you, he's all over the ice. Excellent hockey player for Bellows Academy.
Boy, he sure is. Now,
1:11 to go. Massena leads by a score of 3-2.
I wouldn't be surprised if they call a timeout now, so they can get their big men back out there. Let's see. No, I guess they're not going to.
Well, they've already got their timeout. Bellows has called already.
Oh, they were the ones that called that.
They called the first timeout. Right?
Okay, I thought that was Massena. Okay, off the face-off, the puck back to center ice. And racing for it is Bobby Hart. He can't catch up with it. It comes free to Boomhover. Boomhover, head manning it. It comes along the boards. Boomhover gets it back and feeds to his defensive partner, Benoit. But he goes behind him. Benoit has to come back. And now the puck to the Massena blue line, sitting there. And so far, Massena hasn't allowed BFA to pull their goaltenders. They're keeping
they want to pull it, but they can't. Massena's got control of the puck
out of their zone. Now Peter Levine dumps it. Or icing, rather, is called. That's a bad move.
Icing. Not a very good move by Peter Levine as he iced the puck outside the red line. That brings the puck back into Massena's zone, and that allows Bellows Academy to pull their goalie with 39 seconds to go.
That's what they wanted to do, is pull that goaltender, and they have been able to do that now with that icing call. The face-off move back in the
really,
Red Raiders zone.
There's a break for Bellows Academy.
And is Massena going to make the timeout? No, I guess not. It'll be Levine out there, Hart, Tayo.
Dan Moore sends his regular crew out there.
Sidden, Manley. Now we're going to see Boudreau out there, Steve Boudreau. And we're going to, of course, see Duquelan and Jeff Nichols and Dave Villeneuve and Boomhover and Benoit, I guess. Face off right side, off the draw. The puck on the backhand. No, that was Murray who's in there, the extra man. And he has it behind the net, trying to center it. And the puck intercepted. Manley fires it to center ice. It goes down the length of the ice. That's going to be icing on Massena again. And you almost have to wonder if it's the best thing to do to just fire it down the ice. There are two schools of thought.
There's two schools of thought on it. You kill a few seconds off the clock, but you allow the other team to regroup a little bit, and of course you're causing a face-off in your own end. They've already pulled the goalie, so it's they've got 6 attackers up front. Get 5 for Massena. We've got 23 seconds to go. Massena leads 3-2. A good hockey game. Exciting hockey game.
Oh, yeah. 23 seconds, and there's the timeout.
Okay, there Massena's going to take a timeout. I wanted to Stan Moore was going to take a timeout and say, hey, boys, the puck's in our end. We got 23 seconds to go. We got a, 1-0 lead. The face-off is ever so important.
Got to win that face-off. Be interesting to see who he puts out to take the draw.
I think he had, Todd Tile took that other one. So he's still out there. I believe he'll have Todd Tile. Todd is a real, probably the strongest Massena player out there, and I think that's what you want, in taking your face-off. You notice who they moved up to take the face-off for Bellows Academy? Number 3, Toby Duquelan.
No question about it. He's their best player.
Oh, he is. He certainly is. He's one of the better players I think we've seen all year long, Jerry.
23 seconds left in regulation time. 3-2 our score. And, we're approaching 8:30. I was right. That second game won't start much before 9.
No. By the time they warm up, do the ice, it'll be close to that. It'll be a little late when everybody gets out of here tonight after that second game.
Well, the crowd is buzzing.
Oh, they sure are.
As both teams come back out on the ice after the timeout. Face-off will be the right side of David DeRushy. And the net is empty at the other end. The extra attacker out there off the draw. Duquelan tries to win the face-off. Hart comes up with it, and he gets it down the ice, and that is going to be another icing call against Massena. So we'll do it all over again as a couple of more ticks off the clock.
Actually, nobody really won that face-off. The puck was dropped. I don't think they even touched it. It stayed just outside the circle as both Duquelan and Tile tied each other up. And finally, Hart, I think, come over and threw the puck down, iced the puck. Now we got 14 seconds to go in the game.
3-2. Massena holding on to that 1-goal lead. Now it's going to be Boudreau to take the face-off against Tayo. Face-off right side. The puck off the face-off. Tayo comes back for it himself and lifts it high in the air. Now that's a good play.
There's the play right there.
7 seconds. Levine's going to get the empty netter right here. He scores. And this one's going to end up 4-2.
But that was set up, a good move by Todd Tile. Instead of just throwing the puck down the ice, he just raised the puck, 20 feet off the ice, let it hit toward middle ice, and just sort of dribbled down. It wouldn't have been icing, but Peter Levine put on a burst of speed and got the puck, threw it in the open net, and now it's Massena 4 and Bellows Academy 2. Really a good, smart move by Todd Tile.
Great move,
Tile.
Tile.
Yeah, good, smart move.
And so that means Massena will go into the championship game tomorrow afternoon around 5 o'clock, probably about 6 by the time it gets started. And they are 4-2 victors over Bellows Academy, BFA, Bellows Free Academy of St. Albans, Vermont. And I'll tell you, they played a pretty good hockey game.
They did. They played an excellent game. I'll tell you, a couple breaks, it could have went the other way. It ended up 4-2, but that open net goal was the fourth goal.